And you broke your arm?
I dropped it.
Oh, very sad indeed. So tell me, what your question is, please?
Why is Isha namaz lost?
Would you like to add a few prayers after Isha? No? Or would you like to make Maghrib namaz the last? Do you like Isha as it is? Then why do you ask? Huh? When you are satisfied with Isha as the last prayer, why do you ask this question unnecessarily? Okay? And if there is any other question arising from this, you better ask your father. Okay? Jazakallah, please. Yes, okay. This is my Bosnian friend, he's become very popular in the whole world. I keep receiving letters almost every day referring to that program of ours, when the first time you appeared on television and we loved each other so much and hugged and cajoled. You remember that?
Yes.
So people like that so much that no day has passed since, but I have received appreciation of that program, and people also talk of you as a lovely boy. Okay? It makes you happy? Somewhat. Good. Now what's your question?
How can you make into Muslim? Like if you are a Christian and you want to be a Muslim, how can you tend to be a Muslim?
You see, if you become a Muslim, you convert to Islam from Christianity by believing in the absolute unity of God and by bearing witness that Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a servant of Allah and a prophet of Allah, and by believing in angels, in the books, the Quran, etc., by believing in the prophets of Allah having come all over the world in different nations, by believing in the life after death, and by believing in Allah's decree. When you do this, you become a Muslim. It's as simple as that. To begin with, of course. Then the difficulty begins. When you come to the practice point, then you have to get up early in the morning to say the morning prayer, sit late in waiting for the Isha prayer, Isha time to come, and 5 times the prayer and zakat and roza and hajj and other acts of goodness. They appear to be a bit difficult for people to begin with, but once you get used to them, then you begin to like them, then you begin to enjoy them, then you begin to acquire a taste for them, and then the life becomes really wonderful. Right? Good. Wa alaikum salam. That is the last question?
Yes.
Good.
My question is, why the people who think that see angels, why are they so scared?
The people who do what?
Who see angels.
Real?
You see angels. Yeah.
Have you understood?
People who can see angels, why are they scared?
Who can see angels, why are they scared? I don't see any truth in your question at all. Those who see angels, they are never scared of them.
I think it means if you see a ghost.
Angels are not ghosts at all. Never confuse angels with ghosts. Ghosts, in fact, are non-existent. It's all just a legend, a myth, a gossip. But angels are real. They are servants of Allah who perform all the functions in the universe, in the running of the laws of nature, in the running of the laws of religion, etc., and they become go-betweens between man and God when he conveys messages to man. But also, not only as messengers between God and man, they perform so many deeds of goodness that in fact your life is supported with the help of angels. You are many times saved from calamities and unseen, unforeseen or unforeseeable accidents with the help of angels. And angels are good things. They are not bad. You understand? So never be scared of angels. But it's not for all to see the angels. Sometimes, because number one, as this young boy, before you asked the question, why can't we see angels? The answer was because angels like air. You can't see air. You can't see angels either. But the fact is, sometimes the angels do appear, but not in their real form, only in apparitions. Sometimes you see figures which are not there, and some hidden phenomenon is activated in nature, whereby you begin to see things which are not there but you imagine. Doesn't it happen to you sometimes? Yeah. You see figures, only mentally. So when Allah wants you to see angels, He activates that internal mechanism in your mind and does something whereby the mind is excited electrically, and begins to see visions. Now they are organized visions, they are not hallucinations. They are organized visions, and through those visions you begin to see angels, not in their real form, but only as figures like you, like other things. So that you become familiar with them, you speak to them, you hear their answer and so on. Otherwise, if they remain absent, your desire to come into contact is not fully satisfied. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? Or do you have to make myself more clear? Do you know what I said?
Yes.
Okay. Is your question answered satisfactorily?
Yes.
Have you learned what you wanted to ask?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. It's most difficult to answer questions from children because you have to use a language with much effort which they can understand at their level. So that is why it is rather hard on me to answer questions from children, much more so than to answer questions from the adults. But anyway, this is the last question. Let me pay my tribute to you, all the students here, all the children here, for addressing me with very intelligent questions and very useful questions. You have provided me a good opportunity to instruct you in various areas of Islam where you needed instruction. So I thank you and all those who have participated in this question answer session, and with that I will take leave of you. Allah bless you, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.